2-minute history. Have you ever seen a 2,000-year-old tree? Chances are you could have done, not realised, but we are in the beautiful graveyard churchyard at St George's in Clun, which is the beautiful church just here, largely older than the 19th century, but in fact some of it dates back to the 12th century, and there has been a church here since about the 7th century. So come with me, because we're about to go up and have a look at a yew tree that's said to be 2,000 years old. Now, all you can see here, that I'm clambering up, covered in extensive ivy, is soil and earth that was pushed up over possibly the last couple of centuries from digging graves, and it all mounted up here. Now this yew tree is said to be 2,000 years old, and you might wonder why yew trees are so synonymous with graveyards. There's differing reasons. Often, in fact, interestingly, the yew tree is older than the church themselves, which they're housed next to, because yews historically with the Druids are always planted on sacred ground, and so historically churches in many instances followed suit. They also were planted as a way of deterring cattle because they were toxic to livestock. In fact, the only bit that's not toxic are the little red berries, the flesh of the red berries that birds eat in winter. Pontius Pilate was said to be born beneath the shade of a yew tree. The bark being red and the sap white was said to represent the blood and the body of Christ as well. The other thing is the regenerative life of it, where the boughs, the branches eventually sort of reach down to the ground, and then new trunks can spring up from that, can grow from that. They're very difficult to age, and they have multiple trunks, but they are such a long-lived tree. I find them fascinating. They're also said to have been at the entrance to the underworld, and they just have this fantastic, almost sort of ethereal, spooky quality to them. I think they're just absolutely marvellous. So there you go, potentially 2,000 years old, and not actually even the oldest yew in the UK. But if you want to see a very old tree, come here to Clun.